got a couple of tough games at home in the last two games, but must have been really proud of the boys' performance tonight.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the fact that obviously winning at home is hugely important to us, but we had a lot of guys contribute this evening. I thought Bairstow and Barker's minutes were hugely important for us, and everyone just chipped in where they needed to, and it was consistent across the board. We still have, in my opinion, a lot of room to grow and a lot of more growth areas that we can get better in. We slip here and there during the course of the game at times, but I thought for the most part we were pretty consistent in our intent and what we were trying to get done. And it was good to get a win across the line against a team that's obviously chasing and quite competitive, and we've got a lot of talent over there.
Must have been pleased with that third quarter, but you mentioned the slip there. Did you feel like that was potentially in that fourth quarter where Cairns got themselves back in the game?
Well, I just think that it's one of those give and take things, and we talk about it all the time. And every now and then you're fortunate to get leads, and then how you play with those leads. You can get sloppy, you can get a little lazy. You don't run back in transition that one time because you think you can get away with it. And next thing you know, it's a 12-point game, and you've just lost that lead. So those areas I think we can definitely improve on. I thought our foul discipline was okay. I thought we had some bad ones, though. I think at the end of the first, a few times, or maybe the end of the second. But in general, we rebounded well. And again, I think everyone chipped in and did something, which was great.
The fouls are, I don't know if issues a strong word, but were a focus last week. You must have been pleased to draw that back this week.
Yeah, I mean, they still went to the line 22 times, but they drove the ball quite heavily towards us, trying to bait us into getting away from the three-point line and having some kickouts. But in general, that number's still a little too high for me. We try to get it under 20 is what we're kind of shooting for. And again, I think there's just some areas that we can continue to grow in, but we can't just keep revisiting these moments and trying to reel it back in and go through the process of what we know is wrong. Yeah, it was a good win. Great crowd again here at home, and yeah, really good.
Players often don't have two quiet games in a row, and I thought Mills' game tonight was a real strong response from him. Yeah, I think for him it's been a heck of a probably 3 or 4 weeks once he got back, and probably the travel and fatigue and moving around, and we were playing good teams too. So it's a combination of things, and it's not going to be your night every night. And how do you impact the game in other ways? And I thought he was really good tonight. I thought Marcus Lee has put 2 games together now, which is a really good sign for us. And then obviously having Magne bouncing around back out there is quite helpful. I want to touch on Marcus. How important is it for him to string 2 games together now, and he seems to get more comfortable with every passing game? Yeah, I think that just a confidence builder, and he's a guy that we've been pushing and trying to get him uncomfortable to get to doing what we want him to do. And to string 2 games together and that kind of effort is exactly what we're looking for from him. And I thought he was really good. And Mag's got through unscathed. Yeah. Again, with him was just he missed 3 or 4 days of conditioning of just practicing, but again we were obviously all scared, but everything came back clean, and it was more about him just mentally saying, okay, I'm fine, and this will go away in a 2 or 3 day period, and it did. And yeah, we're happy to have him obviously back on the floor and get a little bit more rest, and we'll need him in the coming weeks, obviously. Might go down the line, Mace first. Mate, how do you think Dad played? Pretty good? Good. And the win, you must be happy with the win?
Are you happy with us winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty Milk, mate, must have been pleasing to come out and play the way he did and also get the win.
Yeah, definitely. Just to see the ball go in and get a win in front of this crowd, it's a great feeling.
Has it been, obviously, under the circumstances where you had to go away and come back, has it been tough to come back in and integrate back into the side?
Yeah, definitely. Just with what was going on back home, then the travel. I think anytime you travel that far and that short amount of time and come back and play basketball, it's going to be kind of getting your feet underneath you. But the coaching staff has been great with me. My teammates have been backing me, so it's easy to come back here and play in any condition.
And on the floor, I felt like that third quarter, the boys were really able to I guess, stretch Cairns out, and you must have been pleased to be able to get that run that you did.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody played great tonight. JC and Shani was great. Garden. LB haven't played all year pretty much and comes in and plays well in his minutes. Marcus playing great, so that's all you can ask for.
So I asked Scott about Lockie Barker. Actually, I guess a guy that we probably don't see many minutes out of, but when he does get his chance on the floor, it seems like every time he goes out, he does something with the ball or for the team. I guess what kind of teammate is Lockie?
He's great. He pushes me every day in practice, so he's the one that guards me, and I guard him, and he keeps me on point, making sure I don't rest in practice and things like that. So having a guy like that who you know can get buckets and just be great on and off the court is always good to have.
I guess it shows the depth of this side that, you know, we don't see many minutes out of him, but when he does get on and other guys like that, they can come out and Scott and the rest of the boys have the trust in them to perform.
Yeah, definitely. The belief in everybody we have on our team, from Walt to the top guy starting the starting five, is unbelievable. So we back everybody on the team, just like the coaches do, and you see it on the court when they get in.
Awesome. That's all from me.
Chris, when you're ready.
Milton, I must start with your son. How happy are you to have a chair now to sit on, and you don't have to sit on your dad's lap?
You don't have to sit on my lap?
How do you enjoy coming into these? How do you feel sitting on that side of the camera?
You like this, coming to this?
He's a star. His grandma gets to see him back home. He's good.
Fantastic. How good did it feel to be back in top form, Milton? I mean, like you talked about, it's been a tough month for you, but you look really good and confident out there tonight. How good does it feel to see the ball go in the hoop?
It feels great. Just getting my feet underneath me, like I said. I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. My mind was telling me to make certain plays, but my body just couldn't do it in the last few weeks. So just being able to do that and having the trust from all these guys is what helped me.
Scott, you talked after the last game about how you needed to see some improvement in areas from your team if you were going to get to where you want to get to this season. A lot of the areas I think you were referring to, you saw improvement in tonight. Your rebounding was great, you took care of the ball, foul discipline was better, you shot the ball well. Was this close to where you want to see the team playing?
Well, I'm not satisfied, and they shouldn't be either. I mean, I mentioned to them right after the game that, we do have a lot of areas to grow in, and that's going to take everyone, pushing themselves to get in some of those areas. And more importantly, I think with us, it's more concentration and mental discipline to follow through with some things and just stay solid in situations. And, you're going to have adversity and things you're going to go through as a group, but we tend to let things just kind of snowball. Like a couple nights ago, obviously Southeast comes in and just bashes us on the glass, and we just can't get a rebound. And then next night we rebound the ball really well, but then we foul everyone. And so it's just one of these things that when we have steady production and steady work rate for us, we tend to be very difficult to deal with. And those areas continue to be an emphasis for us that we need to clean up. And we have obviously many more tough games ahead of us, but I do feel that when we're on those areas and on those points, we're a handful for everyone in the league to deal with when we're in that kind of mode.
Thanks very much. That's it from me, guys.
All right, Chris.
That's all, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, see y'all.